You won't find
Yeah, I won't go to it.
We're hilarious. Look, you're watching this hilarious video. The Americans.
Only the Americans. So, you want to say this now? So, today we're going to be answering some questions Americans are usually afraid to ask Irish people. And if you're complaining about the audio being echoey, there's nothing I can do about it. This is not a high production value place.
Don't question it.
Just me.
Okay, let's move on.
Before we get, what's a big threat?
Even though the forecast may be sunny tomorrow, it's still gonna rain if you don't subscribe.
Like, share, comment. So these are questions American people sent me ages ago. I'm so sorry. I usually put people's names up on the screen, but I had just written down these notes of the questions, so I don't know who's attached them. If you asked this question, let me know in comments. First question. Oh, it's a while since I looked at these. This is a little ow.
Oh.
I've seen a lot of Irish 10s and a lot of Irish 1s, but why are there never any 5s?
What? Oh, it's either we are or we aren't.
You're either good looking or you're not, according to Americans. Or this one American.
There's one American. I'm going to say it has to be just one American's opinion.
There are a lot of Irish 10s, a lot of Irish 1s, but why are there never any 5s? I don't know.
Well, what am I then? I don't feel like a 10. I have to be at least a 5.
That's a very subjective question. Do you know what though? I think a lot of people find attractive about Irish people is that we are good at banter. Like the American people, the English are not so good at banter.
Right, yeah.
Some of them are great, but some of them are not. Also, Irish people have blue eyes, which Americans really like blue eyes. No, a lot of Irish people. Some Irish people don't. Some Irish people have brown eyes, some people have purple eyes.
Ah! Never met a purple-eyed 10.
Next question. Do the regular people in Ireland feel like the country is part of Europe or just adjacent to it? As I have often read is the case in the UK. We are not in the UK. Just to highlight that one.
I think his question was a bit...
I don't think a day goes by where I don't have to correct somebody for thinking Irish people are in the UK or are in Britain. Like,
daily.
There was a whole war. There was a whole war.
They don't, this is the thing. Other countries only get taught their own.
That's true.
But we get taught about the rest of the world because, like...
It's too small. But to answer the question, do we feel like we're part of Europe or just adjacent to Europe?
Well, going on holidays makes it easier because I'm in Europe. I could just get on a plane and go, no questions asked. That kind of makes me feel European in a sense.
I feel like aligning ourselves more with Europe since Brexit is like a bigger thing. Ireland is in Europe. It's part of Europe. It's in the European Union, part of the EU Pact and all that stuff.
If you look at a world map, we're right in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like people when they think of Europe think of like Germany and France and up until recently, Britain.
Bye-bye, Britain.
Well, this is the thing. I googled this recently, had a video about it. They're still in Europe. Like, they're still on the continent.
Yeah, they couldn't move their country, but
they're not in the European Union.
No, it's like...
That was Brexit.
Like that song. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with EU.
Yeah, we're neighbours. We're their neighbours. And then we have Northern Ireland, which is still Finglas.
Which is very conflictual, because it's... We won't go into it.
Yeah, we won't go into it. Okay, next question. How do you feel when people try doing the Irish accent and it comes out Scottish?
I wouldn't be bothered if it came out Scottish. I'd like, good try though.
I think we just appreciate people trying. It's like if a regular person does it, you're like, ha ha ha. But if somebody's been cast in a movie as being Irish.
If you're gonna have, yeah.
You're being paid a lot of money.
Get it right.
And all you had to do was get an Irish person. I used to do this when I was an actor.
Right.
Get somebody with the accent, like an American person from whatever state or French, whatever role I was playing.
Yeah.
Get them to read my lines into a dictaphone. And then I would
constantly go
learn exactly how they said each word.
Wow.
And I would pronounce it. I'm like, if you're getting paid, like some of them are getting paid $1 million. $1 million.
Plenty of movies out there with kind of examples of how bad it can be done.
The least you can do is go learn how to do the accent. Scottish enough to do.
Yeah, and I just met a few English people doing a play recently and they were in Ireland and they, by the end of the month, were coming up to me to check how well their Irish accent was. And I'm like, but mine's the country. Which part of Ireland are you going here? They were like trying to do Dublinese.
Totally. Paul says a word that I really enjoy. His accent, because obviously we have different accents. But I've said that before. feel like saying it again. Ireland has the most accents per capita than anywhere in the world.
What?
Yeah.
And like 5 minutes down the road, you'll find another one.
How does it feel to automatically be 80% funnier than the rest of the world due to your lovely accent?
Hey! We're hilarious! Look, you're watching this hilarious video.
Do you know, I do think Irish people are charming. Like, that's the danger, especially with Irish men. Irish men are very charming, but they're also... What?
Players play like they do, like they did.
Not you, of course.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
But a lot of Irish men are full of shite. But they're so charming.
You can use that to your advantage, especially with like if you go to America.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, there was a study recently, I think it was just Irish men. They never say anything about Irish women. That Irish men are like some of the most attractive men in the world. And that's definitely not aesthetically. I mean, you think of Italian men and
oh, yeah.
it's pure charm. It's
wait, how old did this are we?
We were number 1 at one point, but now we're like number 2 or 3.
I wouldn't rank us men anywhere near the top of the list when you go on holidays and look at all the boys going around with tan tops on.
But it's about more than just what you look like. You're all very funny.
I suppose character and all that comes into play.
What are Irish celebrities like? Do you have your own Kardashians?
It's what she deserves.
Oh, like if we do, it's very, very low budget. But still.
Irish celebrities are funny. Some of them are very full of themselves. And you're like, nobody knows you exist outside of Ireland.
You haven't made it in the world yet. You just, everyone in my town knows who you are. Get over it.
I've met a few people that are like American or internationally famous.
Yeah.
And they would have more, this sounds like I'm shitting on all Irish.
No.
That's not it. But the people who are up themselves are up themselves. Who do we have that's famous? Oh, who's a nice person that's famous? And he started getting famous on TikTok recently. It's Daniel O'Donnell.
Oh!
Daniel O'Donnell just got TikTok.
And you can't hate them, man. Like,
no, he's so nice.
He's a legend.
Yeah. Who else is an Irish celebrity?
Like Colin Farrell's in a new movie.
Well, he's an international.
See, that's the thing. When it goes to the point of fame in Ireland, and you jump ship and you're internationally movie star famous, you kind of don't count it as an Irish fan.
What is the biggest difference between Irish and American people?
Biggest difference? There's a million differences, but what's the biggest one?
I think,
right,
generally speaking here, Irish people are a bit more cynical than American people. American people are very upfront and like honest, like they'll say what they think. Whereas Irish people are a bit more sly, maybe.
Beat around the bush or
like, I don't know how to explain it.
I wouldn't take things too seriously.
Yeah.
Rather than an American wouldn't have the time to just beat around the bush or like,
they'll just tell you.
Yeah.
But an Irish person will like, it depends on the situation if they'll tell you or they'll tell you in a funny way. If they don't like you, they might be really nice to you.
But then that doesn't mean they're being nice to you. But an American, why would you waste the time?
They're like, why would I waste my time? Especially, I find sometimes I'll be saying something as a joke. Right. And sometimes American viewers don't realise I'm joking.
Face value.
Face value. They'll take what you're saying at face value. Whereas like sometimes you're being sarcastic.
Like I will, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That does not, that means I won't.
I will, yeah, it means I won't.
Like there's loads of little things like that. But another thing, what the biggest difference would be is your history. Learning about your history and roots. You've got a million different history and roots in America, so you're always questioning it. We kind of know ours. So we don't really need to go on about it. We don't, not that we don't care, it's just that we know about it.
Yeah, it's right there.
My nanny's Irish, my granny's Irish, and if not, she could be English.
How can you spot an American tourist? I've said in videos before, you can absolutely spot an American tourist.
Which is funny, because I just met 2 American tourists, and they were like, so, rate us. Do we stand out, or did we do a good job blending in? And I was like, well, I kind of knew the 2 people I was walking towards without seeing them.
We went to an event today that I'll have up on Patreon. We went to see this really, really old building and they took you through like the Dublin history of the building, the tenements and all that kind of stuff. It was really fun.
The building is called 14 Henrietta Street and it's had its rooms restored for over 300 years of city life in the walls of one address to be showcased in this building.
Really enjoyed it.
A lot of history here.
Yeah. Then when they went, does anybody have any questions?
The Americans.
Only the Americans.
Well, we were all like,
no. God, no, you're doing a great job. But on face value, how can we spot them? It used to be easier because everyone had a camera. They don't have
Not anymore.
But they're still taking pictures of things we would not take pictures of.
Well, yeah, clothes they wear. They go around wearing Carol's or Dublin, or it's like you just bought that here and you're going around loving your Irish.
Same as us. If we were on holidays, you'd be like wearing like Florida.
Yeah.
But you look a bit happier. There's a bit more hope in your eyes.
Put it this way, if you were in America, I'd spot an Irish lad's head from a mile away.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have to ask. It doesn't matter what he's wearing, that's an Irishman.
There's some weird things that are like, obviously body language and stuff, but also like little ways people wear things differently.
Right.
Like, I feel like Americans wear their baseball caps differently.
Oh,
I
yes.
feel like they wear their clothing differently.
Right, yeah.
I'd like to elaborate on that. So let me. I think like Irish people, when they wear a baseball cap, they're usually wearing it for a reason. Like they don't really want to be spotted, or it's raining, or something. Whereas Americans kind of wear it just like as style. Like that's their style. They're wearing it.
Oh yeah, it's such a culture over there. We don't have a culture of caps.
Also, like when I went on Teespring to make merch, there were like 5 different types of baseball cap, and I was like, I don't understand how these are. There was trucker hat, there was baseball cap, there was, and I was literally like, I'm only familiar with like cap.
The base, just the cap.
Just the cap.
That's what you mean. There's so many different ways, and I'm just like.
Or like they wear their t-shirts out, whereas a lot of Europeans tuck in their stuff.
Like a shirt or a t-shirt?
Both.
Did we tuck in?
Sometimes we tuck in.
My dad's a tucker. He go around tucking. He took a t-shirt into tracksuit bottoms. I'm like, that's not a good look.
I think you don't know what tucker means.
Tucker? No. Like, what's the double entendre there? Oh, what?
That's how they get rid of it.
Oh, they took?
Yeah.
That's only semi-permanent. That's sellotape. Took it away for the evening.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Last question. Is it typical for Irish to have summer houses? Where do the Irish go on vacation?
Spain.
Spain.
Just Spain, because it's a hot country right beside it.
Spain or Portugal?
Yeah, kind of the same little
Or
thing.
Ibiza or Lanzarote?
They all sound like the same place to me. Like, whenever any of my aunties or whatever went on holidays, they said all of those above and nothing else.
Right.
So I was like, oh, you went to Spain or something.
But like, lately, obviously, financially, people are not doing so great lately. Everything's gone exceptionally high, especially in Europe, like with electricity prices and stuff like that. Support me on Patreon membership.
Get in there, everybody, spare change.
So some people have been holidaying at home more. Now, growing up, a lot of people had mobile homes. Did you have friends with mobile homes?
Yeah, friends with mobile homes, but I just learned that even if you wanted to holiday in Ireland right now, it's cheaper to go to Spain.
That is true.
Because if you want to go sleep in a Dublin hotel,
In a Dublin hotel.
just for 2 nights, bring your family with you, you're talking over €1,000. 2 nights in Dublin?
Yeah.
I want a week's holiday for that in Spain.
And there are a lot of economic reasons for that right now, not to mention
Yeah,
more.
crazy.
It is very, very expensive to live and to holiday in Ireland right now.
Are
So
we like one of those expensive countries in the world? I think so.
we are, I believe, joint most expensive country in the world right now to live.
And you know when you go on holidays and you feel like you're getting ripped off because you're the tourist, but they'll sort out their locals. We don't sort out our locals.
No. When I'm in Spain, the prices go up in the summer. So, you know, they're ripping off the tourists.
Right.
But here, that's just through the whole year.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Those were some questions American people are afraid to ask us. We answered them today.
Yeah, you don't have to ask us anymore.
Well, they might have other questions
If you have any more questions,
that are taboo.
get down in the comments.
Taboo.
Taboo. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you, Paul. Check out his channel. It's in the description box below. It's his name.
Irish Jesus!
Well, that's not your name. That's it for today's video. Bye. Bye.
Sorry, I'm not chewy.
But one thing Paul says I really enjoy is
Cake. See, you say K, like hey, you have K in it. Cake.
cake.
Mine's cake.
Cake. I love it. I think it's lovely.
Bit of cheesecake.
The cake. Oh, I can think of one particular girl
Right.
who was on, who's actually a very nice girl in real life, met her. But like, she's such the hype here in Ireland. She's on a reality show and like she's on every Irish commercial.
Oh, I think I've met her too.
Yeah, you have met her. Because it's Ireland.
Wait, let me see if I get her name. Yeah.